if we can get this going. And we're live. Hello, you guys. Welcome to the Sacred Ravens Tarot Vision. This is the new moon, Gemini's new moon energy update. I'm your soul work intuitive and life purpose, lifestyle business strategist for creatives and transformation coach. Vicky Deovani. She said, did she ever, why she should have gotten it. I sent you a message back. I emailed your reading within a day of getting your appointment schedule. Giovanni, I don't know if you're still in here. You should have gotten your reading, my doll. I hope I still have it recorded and that I didn't clean out my phone and remove the file. I sent it within a day's time of receiving the email that you had made the appointment. I'm very good about that. And I did get your email and I responded there as well. Did you get it? Vicky, hi. How you guys doing? Remember, loves, as you come in, please hit the like button so others can find us rather quickly. And then we can take a look at the energies. She said, yeah, I didn't get it the day after I got the notice. I did get any. Did you check the spam? Did you check your spam folder? It may have went in there, but I did send it. Oh, you did check it? Huh. All right. Then let me, because I found a really great recorder program separate from what I generally use, and I used it, and I even added a little bonus at the end. Dang it. All right. I will look for that file and resend it. I don't understand. And I'm pretty certain I sent it to the precise email address. But I will get it to you. Geez, I hate when that happens because it looks like I just didn't do it. But I always do them. I always do them. And I have been bombarded with a lot of work, a lot of writing assignments. I have the advisory job that I do for Purple Ocean. And last night, because uploads weren't getting there, they shut it down for a week, so I couldn't get the rush orders to come in. So I had to do all kinds of stuff to show them. But yes, I will send that to you, doll. I know I got your email. I'm pretty sure. I still have the original email and what your question was. But I know I sent it. I'll do it again. I hope I still have it. Otherwise, I'll have to do the reading all over again. So welcome, loves. Make sure as you come in, I can see a few extra people in here. You got to hit that like button. all day today. It's the new moon. And like I said, you guys, I swear to God, every time it happens, and here's what's funny. I always get sick with really bad headaches. The worst when it's a full moon or new moon or some kind of happening, like an eclipse or whatever. And it was just by chance I was watching, I think her name is Consciousness Evolution Journey. And she had this fun interactive reading, and I chose the tetrahedron. Boy, was that woman on point. And then she said, and I've never heard anybody else ever say this, she said that the person who chose that was somebody who gets sick and gets bad headaches during these phases. And she brought up CERN, she brought up D waves, she brought up the Mandela effect. All things that I've been studying for years, what they're doing over there at the CERN facility and how they're messing with our timeline. These Saturnian cults and their quantum D-wave computer and what they're doing to the planet. So a lot of crazy stuff is happening right now, and a lot of people are missing it. They don't even realize. But at the same time, a lot is happening. A lot of people are waking up. And a lot of people are trying to decide what position they're going to take. Are they going to be a leader? Are they going to advocate for the truth? Are they going to stand up and not be afraid of what their family or friends and what the mainstream is saying? Because it's all lies. It's all lies. So yeah, we're going to take a look at that. We have a new deck that we're working with. I'm going to use the Muse Tarot with, of course, the tarot regarding the moons, moonology, and the Queen of the Oracle. Okay, Queen of the Moon Oracle. I have the Energy deck and the Psychic Tarot Oracle, of course. And the Psychic Tarot Oracle, and I believe I might pull out the Oracle Wisdom, not the Oracle Wisdom. Jeez, where is my brain? The Crystal Wisdom Oracle. All of this is about energies. It's about healing, truth, awakenings at the healing, powerful awakenings. This isn't just a small thing. The next month is really going to change things. And people are really going to have to stand up. Because there is a plan to enslave humanity. And everybody's got to take positions. This is a war, a spiritual war we're fighting. It's deep. It was really deep. That people would be shocked by what was actually happening, what activated. There's a intervention, or not intervention, but there's an intervening of Earth's natural energetic source, and where we are being led to. We're supposed to be going on into this higher spiritual plane. But there are people who are trying to cut off or trying to restrict it. or manipulate it. They understand what's happening. Okay, we are experiencing where the earth is going to change and the very heavens are changing, which is going to change us at a cellular level. A lot of revelation is coming toward us. Some people are going to hold tighter to the old world, the old way of seeing things, ourselves from it, because we understand what's happening. This is on a cosmic and earthly level, it's huge. As well as in our personal lives, we're changing. We're going through huge changes, physically and spiritually. Yeah. It really is, particularly the mind, because there's a battle. It's a war. It's a spiritual war on the inside, and it's a war that's brewing all around us. It's so important that you find the time to connect your peace. You have to learn how to do that. When you're in the midst of the most troublesome and troubling times, do you know how to put yourself in a state of peace even in the midst of a storm? Leaders are being created right now, and you might very well be one of them, one of the chosen ones. But it starts with you first. There is a remnant. There is a remnant of people that are on this planet that these are the ones that are somewhat going to be like the kingly class, the priestly class of the heavens. And they're being called, while others are being called just as well, the earthly class. These people are here and are being called and asked to rise up and find that strength within them to heal, but to stand up and advocate for truth, for love and truth. What those two things mean. Once again, we have the Empress. Okay. This is about a lot of pregnancies are happening right now who are called to children during this time. These children are children that are going to be very important in the future, and these people creating agendas want these children, and it's going to be important. These children are going to be the ones that fight the ultimate battle. But at the same time, Spirit is asking you to create. It's asking you to listen and create only what naturally calls to you, where your deepest joy, where you find your deepest passions, because this is going to elevate in times and in now. This is why it's kind of a training. The Spirit is putting through a process of training right now. Okay. Hi, Zara. I'm good. See, I was saying, like I do every full moon, and especially, I get sick. Head will hurt the whole day. I almost feel like I'm hung over in a really bad way. I felt nauseous all day, and my head still hurts, but not nearly as bad as it did earlier. Thank you, doll. I'm going to find out why and if other people feel like this. When you get this feeling of being really sick, if you've ever had really, really bad PMS, where you felt nauseous, really bad headaches, um, and almost a hungover feel, then that's the closest thing I can describe it. But every time it's the full moon or the new moon, this happens. A lot of you, okay, while you're feeling defeated because financially things have been so difficult, so hard, the Spirit is saying it is through this, it is through you finding that inner creator, that inner creative, and doing things that allow you to channel that in a natural way. It has to be natural, though. It has to be. You have to do it naturally and with joy. Otherwise, it's going to be blocked. It's not going to work. And it needs to come from you specifically. It's got to come from that particular individual, because that's where it was the most natural, where the energy was the most natural to go through. There's something that wants to be developed, and it's this something that will help get you through, so times won't be so difficult, and it'll be healing. You won't feel so defeated, because a lot of people are feeling this right now. We've got the Knight of Pentacles saying here, I deserve financial security, and I create what I choose naturally with joy. It's got to be done naturally. We've been taught so ass backwards. We don't know how to do it the spiritual way, the natural way. I'm hearing beep beeps on my phone. Get out the Queen of the Moon. My tea. Benjamin. Valerie, I told your Sid Roth audience the It's Supernatural show. Okay. Yeah, there's a major spiritual battle at this time. If some of you are inclined, start going toward studies on sacred geometry and language, symbols, the language of symbols. Okay, here we go. Wow, there's been incredible growth with masculine energies. A lot. So things are starting to harmonize and come into a greater balance. And remember, Gemini is very masculine energy. Most air signs are. We have here, it says, the lunar god, the masculine. Right now, we are under the Gemini new moon, and it's divine time. Divine timing is at play. Notice she's holding a clock. Five is for change. So significant changes. I say that, I look down, wow, 21, 212, and then 212. That's crazy. They equal to 5. Massive changes on the rise between the masculine and growth. It forms 11. 11 is about inspirations, revelations, intuitions, insights, things coming to you lightning speed, information that seems to come out of nowhere. There's a rapid energy going around the planet through both men and women. It's going to surprise some people. Some of the revelations that are going to hit them about things, about their life, about themselves, and about the structure of life and what is trying to be achieved by some people on this planet. Okay, you are protected. Your mission will be protected. And I'm not kidding when I say that the Creator has some kind of mission for each and every one of you, which is special and separate for each of you. And you might take it for granted because it will feel as though it comes so naturally or so easily, but that's why it's supposed to. It's supposed to. Because that's the frequency, the music you're playing. It's going to be very important for you guys to understand what the DNA code is and how frequency works in relation to it. Some of you are going to make a lot of headway in this area. Others of you in your life, just simply in your life, you're going to stand up for something higher, like that, like protection of your community, the children in your community, particularly children who are orphaned. All right. That's for somebody specific. Look, right away we see scrolls, what seems to be like sciences. We get this sense of your creation, this feeling of high academia. Like I said, we see this girl sitting here. She's almost like in a classroom of the universe, a classroom for the spirit sciences. It's going to feel to you guys like you are in some sort of spirit school. You're going to be learning a lot. I mean, look at this. It kind of looks like scrolls, but when you get closer, it's like what you might find Tesla or Da Vinci putting together on their graphs and putting together their visions, right? Mathematically. It's almost like I see you guys sort of receiving in this way. They're getting some of it. For some of you, it may feel like alien to you to suddenly have this strong desire to study sacred geometry, for instance, to study um, ancient history and who these Nephilim were, or what's going on at the CERN facility, and why 88 is such an important number. This idea of time and time travel and timelines, the 888 Lionsgate, that portal. Why is that so important? And why do they put it in movies? Like it was almost like the predictive programming idea. But a lot of you, this is going to start coming to you. These ideas and what feels like flights of fancy, but they aren't. They aren't flights of fancy. Take on to them and keep note. This is where creation begins. It's almost like leveling up spiritually. Okay? Because I'm telling you, there's a core group of people that are of the heavenly realm, and there's a core group of people of the earthly realm who are being called to act as stewards of truth. And along with that comes a lot of prep. So there's a lot of healing work to do on the inside to get yourself ready spiritually for this battle, which is a battle of love. Okay. Spiritual warfare is a battle of love, but it's also one that uses the mind. So after getting yourself together, getting yourself healed, getting rid of the past BS, getting rid of all that, and letting go of worldly ideas, worldly wants, and going into a place that's more of purpose, more of a broader spiritual vision, then these things will start to develop within you. You'll start to get more and more information from the angelic realm. They'll share with you these ideas, these nudges. Somebody said, do white Cherokee people exist? Because someone recently said it was impossible. Like the Raider Jedi. How do you mean? I'm not sure what you're asking. White Cherokee people? Like white skin Cherokee people? Talking about Native American? Okay. Oh, gosh. Too many is coming out. Mm-hmm. There's so many fears that are coming up, but you don't need not to fear. Okay? It's time to let your true power come to the fore. Your true power is that when you are connected with the Creator. When you're connected with the Creator, there's nothing to be scared of. There's nothing to fear. You're always protected, and you're always given the right things to say at the right time. It's a matter of accepting that you were a child of that and not allowing this world to get you wrapped up here. There's a higher developed purpose for you, and this is the state in which you need to come into. And this is just by being authentically who you are, who you were created to be, what your DNA signature expresses itself to be. That soul song that's within you. That soul song. Okay? This is when we're afraid and that soul song is distorted. But when you begin to get into a place of resonation and balanced frequency. And what do you think happens once you find who you are, what that soul song is? You kind of go through a name change. It's a lot like, it's a spiritual name. It's a name given to you according to the new purpose, according to the new life that you're walking, the new life in which you've devoted to this higher purpose, this mission. It's a lot like Abraham, or when he got, his name was originally Abram, and his wife Sarai became Sarah, right? It's a lot like this. When you have developed a new purpose and you have changed and you have cleansed yourself through baptism and have devoted your life to this purpose of yours, you have become a new spirit, a new person. And this soul song, this soul name, is the name that you now represent, that you now reverberate for your new purpose. Some of you are going to be doing this. Others of you are going to look into this idea. I think this idea has been forgotten, but this is something that people did for thousands of years in different tribes and in different places around the world. When your purpose changed, your name changed to suit that purpose and that new person that you were becoming in spirit. And Spirit is asking you, let go of those fears. Let go of the fears about the world and what's happening right now. It's all an illusion, my friend. It's all an illusion. It's meant to scare you. It wants you to be here. It wants you to feel trapped. You are this. Not this. When you're in fear, that's where you are. That's where they want you. Look up at the light. Hey, Queen Bean. Someone told me I couldn't be Cherokee because I'm white. You. If you wanted to be, I'm sure, if you went to, let's say, maybe where, like, I didn't, not a tribal island, but what are they called? We have them all over here in Washington State. If you wanted to become a member of that tribe and be part of the spiritual tradition, of course, there would be initiations and there would be things you would need to do to change spiritually, but you would then become part of that tribe if you wanted to. Especially if you felt that you were in like a natural shaman suited for that particular tribe. they would look at it as um, something higher that was calling you into that tradition. So if you want to be Cherokee, if that's where you feel who, that you are inside through and through, that's what you represent. If you wanted to make it official, I would go find how you might be able to do that. And where would you go? Oh, my tea cooled down. All right. One last one. Spiritual power here is like really, 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 really strong. What I say is find your pleasure. What brings you joy? What brings you happiness? What comes natural? People have such a hard time with this. They think it has to be hard. They think it has to be a war. It doesn't. It's supposed to come natural. It's supposed to come with joy. It's supposed to come with happiness. It's supposed to come with ease, with solace. Have faith in this. Follow your bliss and have faith. When you follow this bliss and have faith, ultimate faith in the Creator, okay, you're going to find exactly where you're supposed to be. The whole universe is going to open up its story to you. The whole universe will open up its story. You will be guarded by angels. Who are angels? They're messengers. They bring you messages. Okay, if you are the kind that they can tell are to be trusted, someone who is deeply ingrained, someone who is deeply committed and devoted to their spiritual path, these revelations and these insights and these powerful doors will fly open for you. But it has to be for all the right reasons. So checking your why is important. Checking your why. Because the prosperity won't come, it won't align. It has to be coming from who you are, not who you think you should be, or somebody you'd want to copy, or something you would like to be. It's who you actually are. It's becoming the greatest person that already is within you. And it's by following what? Your pleasure. It's by following your bliss, following that natural center, and doing so with faith, full trust. Those of you that are doing it, there are seeds that have been planted in which a birth will be happening soon. Others of you, like I said, are literally having children. They're right now, the children that are being seeded right now, these children in the next 20 years are going to be some of the most important children in the history of our planet, in the history of this planet. I don't know, honey. Racist? I don't know if it would be racist. Maybe the person isn't aware. Maybe I would say maybe they lacked awareness, but the tribe is one, it's not necessarily one of race, but it's more of one of being of initiation. It's what one represents. It's what the soul carries, you know. Hi, Patsy. Yes, it has. I'm a crazy, busy lady. I'm okay. Like I was saying today, and it happens every time. There's a new moon or full moon or something of the other like that. I always feel sick. I always feel like I was hung over. I have bad headaches, severe nausea. My body feels weird and I get dizzy. I was in bed until 6 p.m. My head hurts so bad. And it happens every time. So I'm going to do some research about this. The connection to the moon phases and cycles, because it wasn't until I started paying attention in the last 9 months just how much it really does affect me, and if it affects others this way, and why it does it. And it could be that it affects water signs, people who are heavier in water, although I'm a Gemini. Okay, I'm Gemini Sun and Venus. Yeah, follow your bliss. Follow your bliss. Follow what it is you love. Follow what it is that makes you feel free. And do it with faith, full faith in yourself. Patsy says, sometimes I had an insomnia when the new moon and full moon phase. Yeah. No, I will during certain transits. I'll have really bad anxiousness feeling and insomnia when the moon is going through certain transits. But God, when it's full or new moon, I just don't feel well. And it took me a long time. I wanted to get on today. And I wanted to do the journal group. I just couldn't. It was that bad. Lizzie, hi. Yeah. You too, baby. Yeah, we're in the middle of huge changes. And this is deeper than anybody even knows. I mean, it goes pretty big in our personal lives, but this goes even further. We're going to see a lot of stuff change in the next 3 months. And it's huge. It's huge. Wisdom is going to be needed. Spirit is asking that you use your wisdom, but with patience. Have patience for yourself and this time. It's going to feel like a really crazy journey, but they're taking you down a road that's going to require that patience. And it's going to require a lot of study, a lot of research within yourself about who you are, your family's history, and some of these deeper, more esoteric and metaphysical sciences. Clearly, a cycle has ended. Okay. you're about to come to the end of the road here. And it's going to close out that wheel. And then the new wheel is going to begin turning. Okay. And it really is like, it really is almost like learning how to manipulate the elements through this science, through this understanding. Lissy says, Gemini rising. Oh, he says, I sent you PayPal. Oh, you did. Okay, hold on. Hold on, Dawn. Let me go grab the phone. Hold on. So we'll do that reading as soon as we finish up here. Okay, so that means I'll get started on the deck so we can get to yours. Let me see here. Okay. And this deck here is the Muse. What is Spirit expecting from us? What do we need to know? Don't forget to hit the like button as you guys come in so others can find us. I know it's been a while since I've been in here, so it'll take time for people to realize I'm back on tonight. A tower. Yeah. What was your question, my darling? Yeah, Benjamin, talk about low energy. I had low energy all day with a bad headache. Like, even now I feel weird. Like, it feels like being hungover or PMSing. Okay, so we've got either there's a Capricorn energy, or this is about a new beginning in a gift coming in, or a material, something starting, something very real that's beginning. Okay. For those of you, new beginning with a Capricorn, for a Capricorn or an earth sign, or something being built. Okay. We have the High Priestess. So if we're not dealing with maybe a Scorpio earth energy with Pisces, then we're dealing with somebody, okay, who's experiencing a tower. Everything's being ripped down. Everything's being totaled down for this new start with the High Priestess. It's almost like as soon as Benjamin said what he said about the new moon, yeah, you're right, Benjamin. Benjamin has got it down. Yeah, it's like that. Look, it's right here. It's showing it. It's saying, it's like that High Priestess energy comes out. Okay. And there's this element with the horse. It's this element of grace, with strength, with posture, of poise, but mostly strength. And I love the way the tower is displayed in this card here. It's not just a tower. Look at this person. Look how they're walking in. It's like that's their old shadow self has died and has fallen off the mountain. And look, they come in. Yes, it's like, exactly. And I was saying earlier, there's something about some very special people right now. And I know it's probably, I was talking about things that seem maybe more metaphysical than usual, than most people talk about. But it's happening. There are people right now who are of an angelic and heavenly remnant on this earth that are chosen to do a kind of work. Think of them as, they'll be hosts, kings, and priests and priestesses alongside the creator, really. They're chosen for that. They're not really of this realm. And then there are those of the earthly plane. But something big has happened spiritually. It's about to. It's happening now. And it's at its infant stages. It's coming in, though. It's coming adorned with a lot of beauty. This is the spiritual power of love and truth. But people are going to have to come in as a new version of themselves, a spiritually empowered, strong, and I love the word sovereign, because that card had came out earlier within this deck, in the Queen of the Moon deck. You know, when she comes out like this. The Master Builder, we have 22, okay, with using your wisdom. But there's going to be patience needed with yourself as you go through this process. It's the old life, the old you falling away. And it's like a quickening of understanding going into this, birthing this new spiritual identity. It's like I was talking about earlier with the soul song, a new name, a new spiritual identity for yourself. And it's one that must be strong, that has to come in with grace, with poise, with strength. And one who's not afraid to be a leader. One who is not afraid to stand up. Look at all this. That's for passion. All that fiery energy right there. And there's this enormous sense of freedom found within it. Enormous sense of freedom. But the shadow self dying. And like I said, this, I don't know why, but some of you are being asked to deepen your knowledge in these spiritual sciences. Okay. Yeah, exactly. He called Apostle Paul with a bolt of lightning like a shaman. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so below. Mm-hmm. There again. See the heart? The blue for the emotion. That watery. But the heart. We have these rays being enlightened by the heart. You know? And the heart truth. The truth of the heart of love, as well as life. See life right over her womb. There's this picture of abundance and light and life, like a garden. It's like unlocking the secrets of that. There's a very, very deep thing that's happening here to humanity. Very deep. And we've got these tentacles. It's got its tentacles all over. It's going to reach out to many different people. And you can kind of see that where we see the lightning here, but we see all these rays that are extending themselves outward, like a ripple effect. And I love on this one how it shows the ancient Hebrew and geometric symbols. This is the old, the Hebrew hieroglyphics, ancient language. There's this idea, or some of you are going to be learning or feeling called to learn about sacred geometry, um, language, frequency, and symbols, and how it plays a role in this time right now. Wow. with life. And why these I can only call them the Saturnian cult. They're trying to kill the frequency of love. They figured out how to do this. And this is why so many people are being called right now. This is why these levels of healing need to happen. These levels of needing to forgive yourself, forgive others, to heal yourself, to clear yourself of the old shadows, to be ready so that your vessel is ready. Some of you are just straight up spiritual badasses. Yes, they are. They're twisting. They're messing with the frequency with things like the CERN facility, HARP, with the quantum D-wave computers. Yeah, they feed off fear and distortion. They distort the energies. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Being enlightened of how the ancient world connects to the world today and how you play a role. The Queen of Wands is fiery. It's a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius person, but it's also a dynamic and creative person. It's also this card talks about um, an empowered woman, uh, one who is, and I keep seeing a pregnant woman. I really feel that there are children right now who are going to be born. They're going to play a significant role. And if anything, if some of you aren't outright going to be these new spiritual leaders that are being asked to come out right now, okay? Look how that matches. Then you are going to be the women with the masculine. Remember, the masculines are supposed to be in alignment with the feminine, right? Did I put that card away? I did. In order for the two to have this baby. The Empress keeps coming out as a card to symbolize this. Remember? I just noticed Knight of Pentacles came out here twice so far in our reading. Knight of Materials, Knight of Pentacles. This is the birth of something that's coming in. And this came out with none other than the Empress. But there's a healing that needs to take place. Okay. This is giving birth to a new generation of children are about to be born. But there's also a lot of you spiritual healers and teachers that are coming through. Yeah, the celestial light codes. Yes. Yes. And the celestial light codes are something that wasn't necessarily understood before, but a lot of you are going to be able to understand this. This is why we saw that card. Damn it, I put the card away. But it was a card that it kind of gave the idea of going through something academically, some sort of higher spiritual science. And it's ancient. It's from, from back in the times of Egypt. This was the knowledge that had been known at that time. New growth. This is what's coming in tonight. Tonight is the most, okay, we've got the Gemini new moon. The new moon is the most fertile time. The most fertile. This is the birth. Through passion between the masculine and the feminine, the birth happens. And it's through the heart that this birth, this life gets created. We have she's in red with the passion, right? Emotions, deep emotion. From the power of the heart, this life is born. Page of emotions. This is the page of cups. Piscean energy is very strong here. Yeah, we are. And there's something huge happening. Vicky said, I was told yesterday about pregnancy. You're kidding. Right. Yeah, Lizzie. Okay, two of inspiration, looking out at the future. Wow. Letting go of the sense of feeling trapped about the future ahead. Everyone is scared. Everybody's really scared. See, we have a picture of a girl here looking way out. She can't see. Look at the desert she's just come from. She can't see her future. Look, it's hard to see. And the same here. In fact, she feels even more trapped here. This is how she feels in her mind. So we have this weird light dark aspect. It's the Two of Wands and the Eight of Voices. Getting out of that space. Really need to surrender. Okay. And just let it happen. Yeah. Ace of Materials. That's the Ace of Pentacles. This is a brand new gift. A gift of something that's being given. Yeah. And it clears. It clears that painful feeling of where the past had brought you here. This is, if on its own, this is crying over spilled milk. This is the Five of Cups, Five of Emotion. This is not being able to let go of the heaviness of the past. But when it's here, matched with this is taking the two cups that are still standing up. And a gift is created out of it. Not allowing this to trap you. Yeah, the card is beautiful, isn't it? Look at all the fruits that are born and look at the seeds. This is a spiritual gift. It's not just any spiritual gift. This is a spiritual gift that brings prosperity to you. Okay? So for those of you that feel like you're being called to a higher spiritual purpose. By no means will you go hungry. You're not leaving anything behind. Okay? You're not leaving anything behind that is important. Take your 2 cups. Grab your gift. You're being given the gift. Okay? And it's through this Empress energy that you carry within yourself. Okay? Look at that. Okay? This pregnant-like energy. Which, woo. Look at this there again. That this beautiful mission, this beautiful thing opens up for you. It's this new reality, this new journey. You are actually not in a barren land. This searching woman is actually right here, because you're looking on the outside. On the outside, you just seem to keep getting the same thing. You're not seeing anything. This is a trip that's being taken from within. It's a new divine. It's the very real divine life purpose. It is. It's the divine life purpose. This woman here is holding a wand. This is the divine life purpose. This is the gift that's coming in. And it's through the act of this creation, this creative process as the Empress, in which, right? That's what the Queen of Inspiration is about. You're going on this spiritual quest, being given the gift of the divine life purpose, while others of you are being given the gift of a divine pregnancy between you and your masculine, or you and your feminine. Pathways, dimensional doors, or yes, they are. Benjamin says, what are the definable characteristics of a Chinese dragon born with Jupiter and Taurus? Gifted actor is what I found online. My experience with them proves this. Really? I have a Jupiter and Taurus, and I'm a Chinese dragon. If I was ever an actress or an actor, I'd want to be in movies like The Hours or those little indie movies that make you cry. All right. Let's see. Storytelling is a powerful spiritual gift. There's no more of this feeling locked in the 7 of Cups, the 7 of Voices, and the 4 of Emotion. No more of this feeling like you're going back and forth, not accepting the gift that's being handed to you, not, seeing too many choices and getting confused. No more of that. No more of that. There's a certainty. There's a certainty. The wheel. the wheel, knowing who you are, knowing where you're going, and not letting it hold you up anymore, and following it. Wow. Some of you going into homeopathy, crystal healing, mandala healing, understanding the cycles and how they relate to the body. If you can see that. And I say that because I see these stones here. These flowers made me think of homeopathy. But the fabric of our reality. And how they help with healing. But yes, you guys have found your divine life purpose. If you haven't, it's going to be revealed to you in this phase, this between now and the full moon in Sagittarius. Yeah, the Emperor says yes. Yeah, Benjamin. A lot of people are. They're scared. It does take a lot. It's taken me a lot because I'm such an introvert and was shy my entire life. Had panic attacks my whole life. The only thing, it's through this having my coach and with practice. And then when I was younger, I did exotic dancing for a while. That took me out of my shell, and I was forced to have to talk to people. And then let's get one final card here. Four of Inspiration. That's the Four of Wands. Wow, finding a community of like-minded people, finding a home tribe, a spiritual home tribe. People of like mind. This is no joke. And there's something about each person and their frequency that helps with a particular alignment, a star alignment. Each individual together, they form an overall frequency, but separately, they have their own. And together, they create something that sort of opens a portal, some kind of tribe you may find yourself belonging to or creating. All right. This is deep. Page of Inspiration. This is Sagittarian energy. There again, we get this idea of dealing with, the universe, spiritual chemicals, sciences. We've got this cat here. Look at this. He's got rays coming out of his head, having cat-like intuition. There again, it's marking that the female anatomy. She's got another cat here. Cat-like prowess. A lot of desert symbolism. What was your question, Lissy? It's all this desert symbolism. And while the desert can sometimes mean, a lot of times, a spiritual quest, it can also talk about barren lands. For those of you who thought you were barren, you are not. You are not. I was shy until I squatted. Try number 2. What? Benjamin, I don't understand. What was your question, Lissy? What is this? It just keeps showing. There's a queen of voices. There's a Libra woman who's too much in her mind. She's letting her shadow overtake her. A lot of ice energy, icy cold. Why do I feel cold? Dark night of the soul. Just going through a heavy dark night of the soul, whoever this is. It's been so long. She couldn't find her way. Couldn't make a decision and was up all night long for too many nights. Never able to sleep, always in darkness. I think this is ending. When I see the Ace of Inspiration, it's ending. There's an Aquarian man here. Lissy, what was your question? Ace of Emotion. The Moon. This confusion is no longer here. It's going to leave. We have Awakening, the Sun, the Star, and the Magician. Of course, the Hermit's right there again with the Queen of Emotion. Wow. Yeah, look at this. The Magician and the Sun. Awakening to the Star. That's awakening to who you are. These are major arcana. All of them. What is the sun? Well, the sun is a blessing. It frees you. It illuminates things about your life, about you. It talks about happiness. It talks about being free. It talks about the inner child. The Magician creates and creates from that place, right? And because of this, it helps to illuminate something. It awakens something within you to help you see who you really are. In the spiritual realm of things, in the spiritual scheme of things. Okay. Look at that. That moon, that broken heart, that confusion is gone. That darkness, that real heavy dark night of the soul that it's been going on for a very long time, it's gone. It's gone. That's what's here. That's what's happening here. This gift, this spiritual gift, the divine life purpose, who you really are, you're awakening to it. Who you really are. And what you can do with it. Your purpose, what you can do with it. You're awakening to it. You're not going to feel scared and alone anymore. No. It's gone. No more confusion. No more long nights sitting up in bed. In torture, almost. No. Yeah, that's gone. That indecision, it's gone. Wow. These are both ones. The 19 is a 10, which is 1. And so is the magician. So together, that's a massive, massive new beginning. It's no wonder the tower came in as it did. This is a change. This is not like before, any other changes from before. This is like coming out of the final stages of whatever darkness you were in. That dark night of the soul, that where you're wandering around, lost, it's over. Completely. You've made it. Here. Something about this picture that looks like Nibiru. Which could say something to some of you guys. Some of you may be studying the ancient Sumerians. And wow, as soon as I say that, the 7 of inspiration, the 7 of wands, standing up for what you believe in, comes up. Some of you may be studying the ancient Sumerians. And what they knew and how Nibiru is connected to that. Okay? Because transformation is here. And this is a full on transformation. It's not small. It's not small. Yeah. Wow. All right. I'm going to go into Miss Lizzie's question. What was your question, sweetheart? Are you still here? Let's answer your question. Wow, this is just... Yeah. The new future is the High Priestess. And the Ten of Materials, which is the Ten of Cups. Or Ten of Pentacles, I'm sorry. This is what's coming in. This is at the end. Like dominoes. And like I said, when it's coming in fast earlier, it's fast. It's like flicking a domino and watching them all fall. And when that final one goes, mm-hmm. Yeah, Benjamin, I think you're right. Well, what you did miss was nothing that you couldn't go back to. But this is about lots of barren land and desert symbolism. Ultimately, this is where we are going. Okay, this is connecting to the deepest, highest part of yourself. This is a true relationship with God, allowing God to take you and use you for this. Look at this. This is like the tree of life. The tree of life we know is the DNA, but think of this like the tree of life with the people all around it, right? This is about our divine life purpose coming in. The burdens of the world, especially this past years until now, have to be let go. They have to fall away. They have to. They won't mean anything where you're headed. You're out of this, okay? It's there again, the symbolism of a spiritual family, okay? A spiritual home. Being connected by the stars, okay? Each of you on a particular special frequency that connects with these stars. But look, there's all this here. This is the Four of Wands. This is like the Four of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Spiritual family, spiritual family, a spiritual you. Look at that. This is where we're going. This is what this new moon marks. This is where you're coming out of, leaving the burdens, dropping the old ways of working, the old ways of seeing things, the old ways of doing things. It doesn't matter anymore. Coming out of the world. This is fiery, passionate energy. This is coming out of that darkness, going to the light. The Muse of Inspiration, this is this is like the King of Wands. Okay, King of Wands energy. This is coming out of the heaviness of the dark side of that. The superficial versus the spiritual. Okay. I'm creating a spiritual family, spiritual tribe, and you becoming a spiritual warrior. Okay. That's what this time is about. This isn't about spiritual fluff. I'm surprised the guy I'm dating is interested in astrology. Well, it shows, look. Right? The Four of Wands normally is a card about home, family, marriage, right? So is the Ten of Pentacles. It's money, family, home. I mean, it is about family, but this is a little more cosmic. This is a little more spiritual. No, honey, not tonight. This is about, we're doing a reading for the Gemini new moon, and then I'm going to read for Lissy because she bought a reading, her 444, and then it'll be done, but that's not tonight's class. What's the oldest branch of Freemasonry besides Egyptian? Well, they didn't really refer to it as that in the old mystery schools back then. But I would say it was around the time of the Middle Ages because of the Jesuits. I'd say around sometime after the Council of Nicaea. Vicky said, "I'm now acting Jamie the teacher." You're Scorpio? Yeah, I'm Scorpio moon, Scorpio rise. So it's no surprise that you have found your way this. Yes, please. Thank you. Yeah, we're out of this. We're coming out of the world, out of the worldly ways, out of the old ways, into something deeper and more spiritual. Our spiritual path, our spiritual purpose, our divine purpose. And it's going to be different for everybody, but it'll be natural as it ever was. Your whole life, you've been against your own purpose, but now, not anymore. Not anymore. Night of inspiration, that's coming in quickly. Many of you are going to be advocates for standing up for your beliefs, teachers of it. Wow. If not getting married, this is a Hierophant. Religious institutions, this is about learning. This is about what we believe. This is about standing up for what you believe. Standing up for what you believe and having passion for it. Also teaching it. This is also about marriage, the husband. Okay? This is about teaching and speaking what you believe and having passion for it. This is about standing up for the truth. That's where we need to be. Out of the world. You're not a part of this world. Let down the burdens of this world. It's not doing you anything. It's doing you nothing. And then come into this place. All right? Spiritual family. A spiritual self. Standing up for truth. Standing up for what you believe in. And not only will you be doing that, you'll be doing it in your own way. Yeah, it's 3:33 a.m. You'll be doing it in your own way, and you'll be doing it as the magician in the sun, meaning creating from happiness, creating with enlightenment. You're a creating from a place of innocence, creating from a place of love and strength. That's what this is. To stand up for what we believe in passionately. All right? So stand up for what you believe in passionately and go into it without hesitation. Hey, Violet. How you doing, doll? It's like we've got massive changes on the horizon here. It's no small thing. Mm-mm. Lots of illumination to go around. New cycles. Because death is here. Death of the old way, old you, old life. Even our country. It's gone. The way we all saw things. It's gone. The future is new and it's different. And like dominoes. Here it is. Wow, there's something here that it goes together with the 9 of emotion. There's prosperity here and a wish granted when you're able to let go and really start walking on that path, that divine path. In the deepest way. In the deepest way. That's where, any money, if you're afraid you're not going to be taken care of, the second after this time of rest, right? That's when you're going to start to see, those seeds start to sprout. Yeah, new love. New love for all of you in one way or another. And that's where this new creation is going to come from. And like I said, I keep getting sacred geometry over and over and over again. Frequency, music. Oceanography. Oceanographers. You guys, some of you working, or maybe that's just working with waters, clean waters, or needing water. But a lot of you, yeah, where you once were this hanged muse. Not anymore. You know, the Empress energy comes out double time. You know, no more devil, no more standing still. Okay. Look at that. Yeah, it's just like I said. Some of you getting more in touch with the earth sciences, metaphysics, esoterics, spirit sciences, ancient history. And having a love for it. When you finally allow yourself to go there, that's when your real life will begin. All that old life from before, the Ten of Swords, the old pains, the old sorrows won't mean anything anymore, because there's this won't mean shit. That feeling of defeat, it's gone. Won't mean nothing. Will not mean anything. Okay? It's time. So educate yourself. And it's not even about, academics for some of you. For some of you, this is just higher learning from a sense of living, a higher form of living. This is the master builder. This is building a higher life, a higher mind, a higher spirit. And it's going to come. This journey is going to come, but with patience. All right? But look where you're headed. The truth about the cosmos, the truth about who you are in your place in the cosmos. That's where we're going right now. Wow. Some of this is just it's really deep, you guys. Let's see any final messages from Spirit, please. Hey, Saba. Mm-hmm. When you're able to bring love in the situation, yeah, your prosperity comes. There again, take time though. Take time. There's this thing with patience that we all have such a difficult time with patience, being patient with ourselves, being patient with others. Spirit is really working on us with that lesson. It's going to be very important moving forward with that lesson. Whatever's coming for us, we have to understand what patience is about. All right? But love needs to be brought in the situation. You have to love what it is you're doing. You have to love what it is you're learning. You have to love before prosperity comes in any form. You can't mix this new way with the old past. That was a different dichotomy. It's not going to work. We're working with new rules. New rules. Okay? And with confidence. Confidence comes from a place where there's an assured knowing. It comes from a place of trust. It comes from a place of faith. It's by listening to your inner guidance. That's what confidence is. That's what real confidence is. When you don't have confidence, it means you don't trust yourself. You don't trust spirit. You don't trust life. You have no hope. You have no trust of anything. No faith. So do yourself a favor and have some trust. Build your confidence on that. Okay? That's what it's going to take. Your divine life purpose is being revealed as we speak. Also, the love of your life, your second half, that's going to be revealed to you as well. For some of you, that second half is the purpose in life, your divine purpose, that the will of God that's been given to you, your mission on this earth. The cosmos is your husband or wife. That you become married to the truth, devoted to it. But for many of you, we've been on this road, this journey. The masculine and feminine have been in a position that they're supposed to be getting ready for this new child. That they're supposed to come together, healed, as two healed and full people, and come together for this child to be born. There's a child that's going to be born. And if people are still holding on to the old ways, they're going to miss that chance. That opportunity will be missed. Both for those that are in couples and those who have a greater purpose that they're supposed to serve, if they're still locked into the old ways in the old world. It's a new cycle. Things need to change. And it's going to start happening really rapidly. Well, fiery climax approaches and luck is on your side, you guys. You're very close to achieving your goals, or the goal. And you know what that is. Got to balance your spirituality and practicality, and be bold and make the first move. Don't wait around for something to happen. Get up and create it. Get up and begin it. Get up and start it. Let that spark, that divine spark of creation flow out and reverberate. Start that seed. Plant the seed. And it's all got to be done with love. It's all got to be done. Without it, it's meaningless. Don't even try. If your heart's not in it, if there's no love in it, there's no passion in it, don't even bother. You're wasting your time. You're wasting the time, Spirit's time. There's no spirit in it. Don't even try. Not in a relationship, not in anything. You've got to give it love. Okay. What I focus on what I want, and I make it happen. So do it. Do it. Do it. All right? All right, I think we're going to wrap up here. Remember, you are your own anchor. You are your own anchor. Trump resonates with you too? Yeah. Okay. The gift of the Spirit, new love from Spirit comes in. And what does it do? It brings in the sun. And what is this right here? The Nine of Cups, your wish fulfillment, which is new love in your life that brings this gift of happiness to you. What is the sun? What's it say? I'm optimistic and appreciate everything I have. You have to be in that state of mind. I welcome new love and trust what it brings. When you're in that state of mind, it's that frequency that brings in the very thing that you're trying to go after. Otherwise, you push it away. I trust in the flow of life. It's absolute trust. Trust is what? Trust is faith. Trust is hope. Trust is confidence. It's appreciation, joy. It's all that frequency of this, okay? This is love like you've not ever known it before, because it's coming in as a healthy love, not a toxic love. There ain't nothing toxic about this. No. This is about looking at things and coming at it from innocence, from trueness. And that's who Spirit is after. That's who Spirit is looking for. Okay. And that's when that beautiful big cup of divine love will come in for you. And those of you know who you are. You know who. Spirit knows. Spirit always knows. You got to trust in the flow of life. You have to be grateful for what you have, for who you are, what you have. And then things can be built upon it. But if you aren't grateful for what you have now, if you aren't happy with what you have now, you can't get more than that. Ooh. And then finally, with the Fool at the bottom, taking the risk on life, going forward. You read that? My intuition guides me. Can you see this, Sarah? It says, my intuition guides me to the truth. And the whole night we've been talking about those that Spirit is searching for. A remnant of people to stand up for the truth. Leaders. So we're all going through a process of getting ready, of becoming spiritually mature, emotionally aware, going through healing out of that shadow, so that we will be ready to stand up and be leaders. Those of you that hold the key, look, what is she holding? A book. The knowledge that she has, that book of life that's inside of her, is the key. And it's a matter of opening up to it. And the gifts are going to be made apparent to each person separately, differently. But you have to be open to it, and you have to be ready to accept it when the time comes. And it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. No more heartbreak. Out of darkness. Out of the darkness. And into the truth and the light. Truth and the light. And we are through. I believe I'm done for the night. I love you guys. I had missed you very much. I know I've been gone for a while. I've been very busy. I'll try to be back on tomorrow night if I've got some time off. I should have an hour, I believe. I'll get on a lot earlier than midnight. Or 1:30, I think it was I got on tonight. But yeah, I love you guys so much. You know where you can get a hold of me if you want to do if you want a reading, personal reading. I'm still doing the little mini tarot, the Celtic crosses, the 1111. If you want those, Miss Diravani, I will find yours and send it to you again. I'm so sorry you didn't get yours. I don't know what happened. And you're welcome, Patsy. I love you. You too, Vicky. What happened to Lizzie? She never gave me her question. I wanted to answer her question for her. Lizzie, damn it. Email me, Miss Lizzie, and then I'll snap a snapshot or something, or we'll figure out a way for me to do the little mini reading for you. I love you guys. Have a beautiful night. It's already 4 a.m. Damn. And I have to check. I belong to Purple Ocean, so the Purple Ocean Advisors. So I'm going to go check and see if somebody has shown up. I might have to do a little mini reading before I go to bed. I love you. Yeah, we got lots to look forward to. Whew, stuff is going to change for us and fast. You watch. Spiritually, honey, this is massive spiritual war happening right now, Sarah. Massive. That's why, Spirit is trying to help you find the truth. And right now, like I said, there's a lot of babies being born. These babies are very important. These children with the masculine, divine feminine are coming together to have these children right now. This is no small thing. This is a massive galactic thing we're going through. I'm not kidding. It's huge, baby. And we're all in it together. Okay? Mm-hmm. I love you, Vicky. You too, baby. All right, I'm going to make myself some tea. Get my butt to bed. All right, I love you so much, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Get your sleep. I love you. Make sure you say your prayers. You guys are all in my prayers. That's for sure.